Good morning, fam. It's Mr. Food for Thought. Hope and pray all is well on this Saturday. Had the opportunity to see a clip on TikTok a couple of days ago of this young man hosting a podcast with this young woman. Actually, they were middle-aged people. And they were talking about relationships. So anytime somebody talks about relationships, I get excited. So I'm watching a podcast. And the host of the podcast, out of the blue, asked the lady that was on the podcast, "Is your husband happy?" And she looked perplexed at that question. Then she stated this: "You should be asking me if I'm happy." The man said, "No, your husband is not here. I want to know from you, is your husband happy?" She never answered the question. So the guy looked at his producer and said, "I believe we got our answer." She got so frustrated that she got up and she walked out of the room. Now, what's my point for telling you this? They did not say how long she had been married, but it was evident that she had never considered whether or not her husband was content or happy within a relationship. Watch this. She had only considered her contentment. She never considered her husband's contentment. Watch this. Why is this so significant? Everybody, or for the most part, most people, want to be in a relationship or want to be married. But here's something I want you to consider. There's a difference when someone loves you, and there's a difference when someone just lusts after you. See, there's a difference. When someone says, "I love you," versus someone just lusting after you. What's the difference, Mr. Food for Thought? When love exists, love wakes up throughout the day. Love wakes up in the morning. Love goes to bed at night. And one of the things that's on love mind is, what can I give? When lust wakes up, when lust operates through the day, when lust go to bed at night, lust is looking for what it can take. It's not looking for what it can give. So she had never considered what she was given to contribute to that young man's contentment. Now, I would have framed the question a different way. I would have asked, "Is your husband happy that he's married to you?" Now, why would I ask the question that way? Because I'm not responsible for my wife's happiness. She's not responsible for my happiness. That's an internal thing. That's the question that I would have asked. My goal is to add and not subtract from the happiness that she already has by waking up every day and asking myself, what can I contribute and what can I give, not necessarily what I can get. So, if you are in a relationship and you want to be in a relationship, ask yourself this question: is it love or is it lust? Are you concerned about your partner's happiness, or are you only concerned about your happiness? If I am only concerned about my happiness, that's selfishness. If I am concerned about your happiness, that's selflessness. You want a person like that in your life, because when both people are selfless, you're going to have a fulfilling relationship. But if it's based on lust, it's all about what I can get. He pays my bill. He pays my car note. He cooks for me. He cleans for me. That's what you can get. That's lust. That's not love. Love wakes up in the morning and asks itself one question: how can I contribute and what can I give? Lust only looks at what it can take. So when Jesus was on the cross, he said this: "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son." He put his son on the cross so that me and you might live. Love gives. Lust only look for what it can take.